Hello everyone, this is Legacy School Year 6 and this is Social Studies Week 10. Previously, we studied the introductory part of World War I and the event that sparked the war. Today, we're going to look at the life of Walter Tull. This lesson is about a significant person in history. We will focus on the life story and amazing lifetime achievements of Walter Tull. Also, we are going to compare the past and the present. 100 years ago, or more than that, is the time when Walter Tull lived. The question, when do you think Walter Tull lived? And how many years ago? Here's a picture of his. Let's have a look now at Walter's childhood. He was born in 1888 in Foxton, Kent, and his father was born in Barbados, while his mother was born in England. When he was at 7, his mother died, and later on, his father died, and he had to go to children's home in London. This is a picture of the place where he was living after he lost his parents. Walter's childhood. He went to school, started playing football and cricket. He really loved football, and he became an apprentice after he left school, and he started to work for a printing trade. Then he continued to play football. Look at this playground, this old playground. Is this like our school playgrounds of today? What is the same and what is different? You look at the similarities and differences between today's playgrounds and this old one. Walter the footballer. This is a photo of the team squad, and the red circle is referring to our footballer, Walter Tull. Walter started playing for the best football team in London, Clapton. A lot of people actually spotted his talents in playing football. In 1909, he was asked to play professionally for Tottenham Hotspur, and he was the second black player who ever played professionally in Britain. This is a photo of the team he was playing with. Walter the footballer. You might look at the picture and you feel like it's funny looking. You look at the sport sets and you look at the shorts, very old comparing to today's football sets. Playing for Spurs, Walter toured South America, and he did very well in the first season there. And he was praised for his talent in football playing and his accurate passing. However, in 1910, he lost his place in the team, and he began playing for Northampton Town FC. That's in 1911. He loved being a footballer, and everything changed for Walter when the First World War declared in July 1914. Now, his early life was a footballer, and now he had to make this shift into becoming a soldier. Walter the soldier. Look at this old photo of his and the other officers. As the war declared, he joined the army. In 1914, he was sent to France and took part in the first battles there. He showed courage as a soldier, as he had already showed skills and talents in football. And the other soldiers respected him. In 1916, he was sent back to Britain to be trained as an officer. And you know, an officer is someone who leads the soldiers in battles. Walter became Britain's first black British Army officer. He was the first black army officer and led even white British soldiers into battles. It's something that was not very common. He was the only and the first. Why is Walter an important person in history? So far, if you look at his very early life, how he led his life, he lost his parents and moved to children's home. Then he became a professional footballer, and he showed his talents to people, and people loved him and his talents. Then he came to play another role as a soldier. He became like the first black British Army officer and led many battles. So you can have a look at these slides once again and think why this person is important in history. Someone like him who had these great achievements in tough times. It's really an inspirational story. There is an important note here I would like you all to take care about. Answer all the questions after you read. So whenever it comes to answering questions, we need to make sure about our background of information needed. And you can do so by going back to the slides. You pause at every slide that you think you need to focus on more, and then you can begin answering the questions in full sentences. Remember, lazy answers are not accepted. You only need to add more details as much as possible to your answers so that it appears perfect and adequate. There is a homework here. You need to answer all questions on pages 33 up to 36 and 34. On page 34, you need to show the differences between Khartoum and London. Like, you compare those two sentences, those two pictures, sorry. As we said earlier, we need to compare, show the difference, show the similarities, and contrast, show the differences between pictures. Page 35, we have those two playgrounds. You need to compare them, show the differences between those two playgrounds. And on page 36, you need to compare the football kits or football sets of those two footballers. You have Marcos, and you have also Walter Tull, our footballer. I'm looking forward to look at your homework done very soon, and send me back as soon as possible. And bye for now.